everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah and today we're gonna make some color changing Halloween tumblers. Okay, we got these beautiful cat decals from designbundles.com, which I will link below, and this beautiful glitter is from the Glitter Guy, where it's white indoors and when you take it outside into the sun it turns purple. Let's make some Halloween tumblers. I have these two decals, little ghosts, kind of witchy looking, super cute. I got these from designbundles.com. I'll put the link in the description if you want to buy the files to get these. They're super cute. I printed them off on water slide paper, so I'll show you how to use the water slide and we'll put them on some tumblers. I'm thinking this one we'll put on a 30-ounce skinny tumbler. So I've got my 30-ounce skinny and I think it'll fit perfectly kind of right here with a little bit of glitter. It'll look super cute, I think. And then this one, since it's a little bit smaller, I think we'll put it on a 20-ounce skinny like that. And we'll be super cute. Okay. So I got these tumbler holders here, just from Amazon, and the foam piece on the inside to hold the tumblers in place. And we are going to go outside and spray paint. So I'm gonna go spray paint them white, and then I will be back in about a half an hour and we can glitter them once they're dry. All right, so now we have our tumblers. They are nice and white, spray painted. They've been sitting outside for about an hour, maybe a little longer now. So they're all the way dry and they're ready for some glitter. Okay, the glitter I'm going to use today is this white to purple. It's from the Glitter Guy. It's a UV activated glitter, so it's white now, and then when you go outside it'll turn purple. It's really pretty. And we're going to apply it with some Mod Podge. I like to do it over a manila envelope because then all the excess glitter that gets caught down there, you can just go like this and dump it back into the container. So we'll start with the 20 ounce and we're just going to cover it completely with Mod Podge. Big clumps, you want a nice, smooth, even layer. So it's covered in Mod Podge. We've got like a nice even layer. There's no big clumps anywhere. We've got rid of all the excess. So now we're gonna put the glitter on. I like to start with the bottom. We're gonna kind of hold it at an angle. And kind of turn it as we go so we can get the edge of the bottom too. Okay, now we're just gonna go for it. Do the middle. I'm gonna do the bottom. Now we'll do the top. We've got a nice, beautiful coat of glitter on there. Do you see that shine? Oh my gosh. The Glitter Guy is my favorite place to get glitter because it is just beautiful every single time. And a great price. Okay. Now that we have them glittered, we're gonna let them just kind of sit out here and dry for 30 minutes to an hour, and then we will put our first coat of epoxy on. Right, so it's been about 2 hours since we put the glitter on the tumblers. They look nice and dry and they are ready for their first coat of epoxy. So I've got some gloves, which I suggest wearing, or the epoxy gets on your hands and it's kind of hard to get off. It's very sticky. Got a stir stick. Got this reusable silicone measuring cup. It's got the measurement labels on the side, and since epoxy doesn't stick to silicone, as soon as it dries you can just peel it right off and reuse them, which is really nice. And I have the epoxy. I use Liquidity Split Fast Set from KS Resin. So we're gonna do one coat of epoxy today, and then I want it to get dry enough where we can sand, put the water slide on, and then recoat it tomorrow. So we're only gonna do one coat today. So gonna take these off and put them onto my turner here. I'm going to mix the epoxy. I think I'm gonna mix about 40 milliliters, so that'll give us 20 milliliters each to coat both of them, which I think should be plenty. Between the two, since they have glitter on them, they typically take a little bit more epoxy to release, since the glitter soaks it up for the first layer. So we're gonna mix 40 and hope that's enough. And I'm just going to go to my stopwatch here. We're gonna mix it for 4 minutes. I'm gonna turn the turners on. Just make sure they're both going in the same direction. All right. Gonna do this back one first so I don't bump this one. I'm gonna just coat it in the epoxy. I like to do the bottoms first, make sure I get all that. All right, we have our first layer of epoxy on. Just look at that glitter shining. Looks beautiful. So now we're gonna give these some time to turn, and we'll probably come back tomorrow to finish them. Our cups have been sitting overnight, so the first layer of epoxy is nice and dry. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna clean up the rim here. So to do that, I have a Dremel with a flap wheel on it, and we're literally just gonna take this wheel and we're gonna go around the whole edge of the tumbler to kind of clean up the glitter and the epoxy that's around the edge. So when you're done, you should be left with a nice little silver, a teeny tiny little silver ring around the edge of the tumbler. It's gonna make it nice and smooth and also help create a seal so that the tumbler, or so that the epoxy seals and there's no water and stuff getting underneath the epoxy when they're washing it and using it. All right, now that we're done with that, you'll notice there's a super thin, small silver line at the top of exposed metal from where we took our flap wheel. And to show you the difference, this is the one that I have not done yet. So you'll see the glitter goes all the way up to the top. There's no exposed stainless steel. And now we're ready for decals. So we have the 2 decals right here. Since they're water slides, what we're gonna do is soak them in water first. So I just have this little container here filled with water, and we're literally just gonna take them and push them down inside, and we're gonna let them soak in the water for about a minute before we put them on our tumblers. We're ready to add the water slide. It's been soaking in this water for about a minute. When we pull it off, you'll notice that the water slides, the top piece should be sliding from this back piece. So basically, we're gonna kind of lay it down where we like it. And then you're just going to hold it on one end and pull the backing out from underneath. And then it should just lay right there on your tumbler. I'm just gonna take it and kind of smooth out the edges and make sure there's not any water built up underneath it. So we want to kind of squeeze the water out from underneath it and make sure it's laying nice and flat. If you want to adjust it, it should slide up and down still, so you can kind of adjust it, make sure it's centered. I think it's looking pretty good. Making sure all of our edges are flat and not wrinkly. Okay, and it looks good. So now we're gonna let this dry before we move on to the next step. We gotta just let the water dry and the decal will kind of stay there. Let's do our next one. However, as you can see, I use clear water slide paper, so the background is clear and it kind of looks like it just is printed onto the cup. You can't really tell and see the outlines of the water slide paper. So we're gonna leave these to dry, and then we'll come back and we'll add another layer of epoxy. All right, our decals are dry, so now we're gonna put the last layer of epoxy on. So put back on the turner, they look good. Got another 40 milliliters of epoxy ready, and we're just going to coat both of our tumblers again. All right, they're all coated. We're gonna let them sit and fully cure, and then they'll be done. Our cups are done. So they look beautiful. They're dry, nice and sparkly. So the last thing to do is to take them outside and test the glitter. So as you see in the shade, our tumblers are white, and we're gonna bring them out into the bright sunlight and see how fast that color changes from white to purple. It's so beautiful. I love this glitter. The purple is beautiful, the white is beautiful, just the shine and the overall glitter is so nice. I would definitely recommend using it. It just adds a fun, special twist to these tumblers. Our tumblers are complete. They're beautiful. I love them. Let me know if you love them too. Let me see your creations if you create these tumblers. Thanks so much for watching my video and coming to my channel. If you could like this video and subscribe, that would be really great. All right, I'll see you next time.